Good morning, West Regions. We want to take a moment to acknowledge that there has been a lot of recent tragedy in our Madison community. We want to encourage anyone who is struggling to talk to someone in student services.
Today we want to address language used in the West community.
Slurs are hurtful and demeaning terms used to marginalize and insult people. Today we will address some of the slurs and harmful language we hear at West, including the N-word, the anti-gay F slur, the R word, and the shortening of special education to use as a synonym for the R word.
These slurs are connected to not only race, but sexuality and ability.
First, we want to address the N-word and its usage. Have you ever heard people using the N-word with friends? What could we do to prevent this problem?
Well, I think it's problematic when all people think they can use the N-word. There's a difference between black friends using it with each other and people of other races using it.
Exactly. Some people within our community use the word because they have reclaimed it, turning it from something vile to something positive.
To understand more about the use of slurs and harmful language at our school and how it affects West culture, we talked to 3 students who had a lot to say. Here are some clips from those conversations.
What do you want people to know about this word? How does it impact people?
People don't realize, or a lot of the times they just don't know because they've never been told that they're hurtful words. And like for instance, like I used to live in California, and when I lived in California I was bullied pretty badly, and I was called those words a lot, and I was called those words in equal, like, because I'm neurodivergent. When people use those words, if you see your friend do something stupid and then you call them that word, that kind of equates what behavior you would call stupid, and then those words are associated with neurodivergent people. So it, like, the connections between the words, when people don't know or just don't care about it, is really hurtful to hear when like you've experienced being called that before, and then you just hear some people use that word just like it's just part of their like language that they use.
Why should people know about this word?
People should know about this word because it's not just a casual like cuss word to be using around your friends, and it's not something that you should just throw around. It can like seriously hurt other people, and it has a way deeper meaning to it than just the casual like S word.
What type of baggage do you think carries around the F word?
It can carry a lot of weight to the word. Like using it against other people can make other people feel like way smaller, feel like they're not a person.
Why should we care about this word?
I think we need to care about all of the words that we use, and I think this word especially has such a weighted and heavy history that a lot of people just aren't aware of. So we need to really be educating ourselves about the types of words that we're using, and that this word is not just something that is lighthearted, something that you can just throw around with your friends.
How has this word affected you in any place or form where you go to school?
Hearing words like these, hearing slurs like this in the hallway, it makes everybody uncomfortable, and it makes for kind of a very unsafe environment to be learning in. It makes people feel self-conscious, it makes people feel insecure, and I think that we should really be aware of that.
Thank you, Charlie, Bianca, and Logan, for sharing your perspectives. 5 minutes is not nearly enough time to talk about these slurs, but this gets us thinking about the impact.
When you hear slurs in the hallway or within your friend group, there are some quick and easy things you can do to interrupt the language.
It's important to respond. Call it out. You can be direct by saying, "That's offensive," or "Don't use that word around me."
If you think someone didn't mean to be offensive, you can explain the impact. Say something like, "I'm not sure that you meant anything by that word, but here's how that can be offensive and why I avoid using it."
Asking questions is another way to help people think about the word they use.
And if you really need to insult your friends, look to Shakespeare and say something like,
"What, you egg?"
We hope you educate yourself and reflect on how these issues play out in your life. Please check out the action resources that we have compiled for you on the 3rd slide.
if you'd like to talk more about this topic at lunch, join us in room 2201 inside the library.
Thanks for watching Regent News. We'll see you again soon.
What, you